Nigeria's cross-dresser Bobrisky. Spain partners Nigeria on maritime security. Plus latest in the world of entertainment and sports. Hello, many thanks for staying with us on the news at this time. I am Amaka O. And now, to details as we begin with the judiciary. Popular Nigerian cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, popularly called Bobrisky, has been arraigned before the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos for alleged 180.7 million naira money laundering and abuse of 490,000 naira notes as a social function. Diana Adele has the details.
Justice Abimbola Awogboro of the Federal High Court in Lagos convicted the popular Nigerian cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, popularly known as Bobrisky, for mutilation of the naira. The court convicted the defendant following his guilty plea to a criminal charge brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC. EFCC had filed a 6-count charge against him, bordering on alleged tampering with naira notes and money laundering. When the case was called, the prosecutor, Mr. Suleiman, informed the court that the defendant elected to plead guilty to the charge after a discussion. Following an oral application by the prosecutor, the court struck out 5 and 6, leaving counts 1 to 4. He, however, pleaded guilty when the remaining counts were read to him.
And by the relevant provisions of Administration of Criminal Justice Act, the court will not impose maximum punishment to her. What is the punishment? 6 months or 50,000 fine, either of the two. And the EFCC, they've considered to fine. And they've even accepted the defendant's request to stop abuse of naira. So in all, we are not paying. The Honorable Court is the master of his court. So the adjournment is not unusual, but we have trust, confidence in the court that come Tuesday, 9th of April, justice will be done.
Video clips tendered by EFCC witnesses where the defendant was seen mutilating the naira notes and where he sprayed 400,000 naira at a movie premiere were admitted as evidence. But, however, reserved sentence until April 9 and ordered that he be remanded in custody of the EFCC. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA2.
Away from that now, President Bola Tinubu is beaming with new assurances that with the new economic trajectories, Nigeria is poised to succeed soon enough for the ultimate benefits of the citizenry. The president yet again renewed the hope of Nigerians when he hosted members of the business community in the country to an iftar breaking of fast at the State House. State House correspondent Musbao Damwahab has more of this.
A seasoned businessman in the midst of familiar faces. Warm pleasantries and mutual respect were in order. Another gathering in the spirit of the season, but the underlying reason is perhaps even greater with the array of captains of the industry under a roof here. These are part of the holders of the economy and big-time employers of labor. And so, beyond the feast, the guests saw the new signs to believe in the genuineness of this man's intention to rebuild the nation's economy.
We know the journey is not going to be smooth initially, but given the way you're handling it, we know we'll get to the promised land. We love your courage. We love your boldness. We admire your decisiveness. And these are very critical in transforming a business as in transforming a country.
What we've done is to show statesmanship. You are thinking of Nigeria, not of Nigeria of today, but Nigeria also of the future.
Now we have an administration and a presidency that is interested in the opinion of the people that they are there to govern.
But I think what you have done in context of driving reforms, necessary reforms, allowing us to have access to forex and to operate.
We believe the rightness of
His foot soldiers too also reported on recent policies to further ensure a more conducive business climate.
We are on our way to a plan-based governance led by Mr. President with initiatives designed to quickly and urgently support manufacturing, support agriculture, support mining, support creative arts and economy, blue economy, all those areas where, given the right attention that they are getting now, can absorb hundreds of billions of dollars of investment and support our quest for double-digit growth.
Thank you.
But for the captain of the team himself, it is hope unending, imbued with confidence, assuring that Nigeria is already descending the challenging hills of the economy, occasioned by policies for better prosperity.
Nigeria is a self-believer and can always deliver on its own. Whatever, they call us in the past, we know our first name and our last name. Our first name is Spirit, our last name is Kandu.
Banking on the can-do spirit of Nigerians, the president equally expresses belief in the partnership with the private sector to take Nigeria higher.
It's very, very inspiring to move on, cut the cost, twist the bends, summon courage, and behave rightly. Save the money, but push the economy. We will be there. There are some countries that have failed. There are some countries that have succeeded. But in your time, in our time, in my time, all of us must work together to succeed. Thank you very much.
And from the indications emanating from here, this is just the beginning of gathering of this nature to find the right and enduring direction for Nigeria's economic prosperity. From the State House, Musbao and Wahab, NTA News.
Now to the legislature, the House of Representatives says it would provide all legislative support to make the students' loan scheme operational within the shortest possible time. The chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Student Loan, Boyega Isiaka, stated this while addressing National Assembly correspondents on the expected commencement and modalities of the scheme. He expressed confidence that the Tinubu-led administration would soon constitute a Nigerian education loan fund stipulated in the Act, assuring that the student loan scheme will offer both economic and social benefits to beneficiaries when fully operational.
Section 6 of the law provides that the board will, from time to time, at least once a year, reel out the guidelines for the loan every year. I mean, the whole essence of this is, number one, is about cost sharing. Number two is also to give the students the opportunity to also have a say into their future. Now, if you want to go and read engineering, and the cost of engineering is so much, and you feel that your parents cannot afford it, therefore you want to, because of that, go to business admin or go to sociology. Now you have opportunity to go and read your engineering, because you know that at least you'll be able to access a loan. At the end of the day, both the government, the parents, and the students are all contributing towards educating a child.
Away from that now, talking infrastructure, the third mainland bridge was constructed 34 years ago to help reduce congestion and relieve traffic. The wear and tear on the bridge prompted the repair works, which is very germane not only to the socio-economic activities of Lagos, but also very crucial to safety proactive measure. Lanre Belay takes a look at the latest repair works, describing it as a comprehensive rehabilitation of the bridge.
Measuring 11.8 kilometers in length, Third Mainland Bridge is one of the longest bridges in Africa. The importance of the bridge to the nation's economic nerve center cannot be glossed over. A bridge with the highest vehicular movement on a daily basis will definitely need regular maintenance. Recent repairs was in 2006 to 2012 before the Minister of Works under the present administration, David Umahi, upon resumption of office, inspected federal government projects in the geopolitical zones of the country. He embarked on rehabilitating failed portions of the bridge.
260 routes nationwide, 36 at FCT, that is costing about 217 billion.
On January 9 this year, the bridge was closed to the public for 3 months. And in record time, the work was completed and opened for public use.
The asphalt has been replaced with new ones. Rather than patching, they replaced the entire stretch, of the asphalt on the road.
However, according to the Federal Control of Works in Lagos, there is still finishing touches for the 21.7 billion naira rehabilitation project.
We decided to open to traffic just to minimize or to remove the discomforts that people go through. We know that other works can be going on while the bridge is open to traffic. So what we have outstanding now, as at the moment, is the completion of solar lights. Then the guardrail fixing is ongoing at the moment as we speak.
For commuters, the days of wasted long hours in traffic is over, as they will now go about their economic errands from mainland to the island with less stress. In Lagos, Lanre Hilayi, NTA News.
Some sharing news there. The federal government has received 2 additional patrol boats from Spain as part of assets under the country's enforcement patrol. Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Master Dayo Moberodiola, says this will not only enable the country expand its surveillance beyond its exclusive economic zone, but equally assist to build solid investment opportunity. Michael Olale has the details.
The delivery of these 2 boats brings to 7 the number of such equipments under the enforcement patrol. While this will enable Nigeria to further rule the sea across the Gulf of Guinea, the country's Maritime Administration Agency commended Spain for facilitating the acquisition. A feat which the Director General of NIMASA believes will further enhance the capacity to expand surveillance across the entire West and Central Africa region, while driving argument for the elimination of war risk insurance premium and reducing cost of freight.
We need a situation where we have to cover all the Nigerian nautical miles so that we know that in our waters we are safe, and any trade activities that is taking place freely. And if there is going to be any illegal trade or whatever, we would be in a position to arrest or to protect and make sure it doesn't happen.
The Spanish government sees Nigeria as an indispensable ally in strengthening cooperation beyond trade, considering its leadership role, adding that the sustained efforts at ending piracy and crime at sea in the Gulf of Guinea is increasing the presence of foreign vessels within the region.
We got the message with the creation of a Maritime and Blue Economy Ministry at the federal government. Those are signs that Nigeria knows that there is a lot of good things to harness from the sea, and we want to be also partners in that process.
This renewed initiative to strengthen maritime security will include fostering partnership with NIMASA and the Navy, with the sole aim of fulfilling the mandates of the European Union in the area of coordinated maritime presence in the Gulf of Guinea. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NTA News.
This is the news on NTA2, your reach-out station. Time for some messages. The news returns shortly. Stay with us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan is here again. NTA2 Lagos Network Center is inviting individuals and corporate organizations to take advantage of the blessed month to earn rewards from Allah by sponsoring any of our spiritually rewarding segments on Ramadan Diet, showing between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. every day of the month of Ramadan. Call to prayers, interactive segment, Tarawih prayer from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, living in the month of Ramadan, and so much more. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 369, GoTV and StarTimes channel 104. You can also follow us on our social media platform via Facebook at NTA2 Lagos Network Center. Ma'asalam.
The Council of Our Fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experienced it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Back to Lagos now, where Hingino has an etc. report. Your Hingino. In Lagos, state houses of assembly have charged the federal government to direct relevant agencies to ensure
Thanks for staying with us. And now to health matters. Despite being a silent killer, diabetes remains one of the most underestimated ailments, which development medical practitioners say could be dangerous in the quest to pull down the ladder of increasing rates in developing countries. This concern, however, is shaping discussions, and Michael Olaleye again has details on this.
Nigeria, being the most populous country in Africa, has more than 3.6 million people living with diabetes. This is according to the International Diabetes Federation Atlas. The battle for the future, however, has to do with reducing new cases against the projection of 135% increase by 2045.
It is not too much carbohydrate that causes diabetes. It's too much calories, especially calories from refined food.
One of the key factors crucial to translating these winning formulas to tangible results, medical practitioners say, is found in understanding risk factors and getting tested at every given opportunity.
Unless you screen, unless you check, you do not know. So it's very important for us to not to wait until when you are having, the complications, like maybe things like, eye problems.
Since diabetes has no physical or outward warning signs, the neglect is understandable. But in correcting this trend, the focus has since 2021 shifted to better access to quality diabetes education.
We need to change our lifestyle to move around more. Every adult, every person needs to do at least 10,000 steps per day. You will say, doctor, how can you measure 10,000 steps? People's phones have apps that can measure the number of steps you make.
In the face of brain drain in the medical field, what then are the options available for diabetes care?
People that have diabetes can have a digital way of accessing doctors within the hospital during emergency. And I think those are new areas that our hospitals should be opening up now. Now that we have the advantage of telemedicine and all of that.
Medical practitioners say incorporating diabetes tests in all aspects of human activities, right from antenatal to the workplace, will help to change the prediction tide.
Let's now join our entertainment desk for more trending news from the creative sector.
Hello, this is the entertainment segment of the news. Grammy-nominated music star David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, has shared details about his newborns. According to the unavailable crooner, when the news of the arrival of his twins went viral, he got a lot of calls and side talks about how he and his wife, Chioma, might not be able to cope with having 2 kids at a time. Thanking God about his blessings, the singer has, however, gushed about his newborns being well-behaved babies, adding that his twins do not cry and are very calm children. Still on entertainment news, Nigerian rapper Odumodu Black has expressed his dream of making Nigerian rap more entertaining, just like how Wizkid has revolutionized R&B. The musician said that as much as he has the potential to deliver core hip-hop like American artists, he has decided not to, saying that Nigerians simply do not comprehend hip-hop. According to him, while some Nigerian artists have explored pure rap, they have failed to elicit the essential excitement from fans. Now to the foreign scene. 8 years after Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's split, Angelina's lawyers have claimed that her ex-husband was physically abusive towards her. Angelina's legal team have alleged this abuse occurred prior to the controversial incident that took place between the former couple in 2016, after which she filed for divorce. In the years that followed, Brad attempted to sue his ex-wife for selling her share of their jointly purchased French winery. In response, Angelina filed a countersuit alleging her ex-husband had been abusive to herself and her children during a 2016 flight on a private jet. That concludes entertainment news. I am Adejoke Odeka. Thanks for watching.
Over now to sports, as sports correspondent Olumide Eguntola is standing by with details on sports update.
2 powerhouses in African women football, the Super Falcons of Nigeria and Bayana of South Africa, will clash Friday in the first leg of the double-legged qualifier for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games in Abuja, in what some football fans described as another chapter in their long-standing rivalry. Nigeria fly past South Africa to pick their 10th Olympic ticket in 2004 in a dramatic way. Between 2004 and now, both teams have met severally, with Nigeria having a slight edge over their opponents. In grassroots football development, described as the biggest international football scouting initiative in the history of Africa, 22 club officials from 16 foreign clubs across 10 countries converge on Ibadan to pick players with the potential of becoming world champions. The brains behind the initiative, Taye Lulu and Kehinde Ayanshola, said passion is motivating them towards getting future players for various national teams and helping youth to achieve their football careers.
We want to see many of these players in the under-17 national team, in the under-20 national team, playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
We have about 24 players that are playing professionally abroad already, which is a massive progress so far.
In golf, Syrian winner Evelyn Oyome with 33 points and Ijoma Onomono 38 points are joint winners of the first edition of the Veterans Invitational Tournament of Ikoyi Golf Club in Lagos.
It's just a fulfilled time of my training at all times.
Any lady golfer in the world that wants to come and taste Nigeria, you have to come this year to the Ikoyi Club Open.
NTA's former Director General Shola Omole smiled home with the prize of the nearest to the pin hole 7.
And the exercise, you can't quantify the value of the exercise that you get in a 4-hour period.
The lesson learned is that it brought us together. The synergy between the lady captain and the male captain is something, this is the first time.
Adelodun Olaiya and Iyalode Bintu Fatima Tinubu were champions of the Super Veterans category. With Sports Update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
that sporting note, we conclude the news at this time. Always stick to NTA2 for more news updates and other interesting programs. Many thanks for sharing your time with us. I am Amaka O.
Business Hub and Personality Show with Dr. Lillian, a program showcasing outstanding professionals in public service around the world. It celebrates personalities who have shown leadership, courage, resourcefulness, and willingness to sacrifice for others, especially in promoting legitimate businesses. Business Hub and Personality Show with Dr. Lillian will feature interviews with personalities, corporate events coverage and promotion, product and services marketing, social activities coverage, award ceremonies coverage, business networking, AGM coverage, and many more. Keep watching Business Hub and Personality Show with Dr. Lillian every Friday, 7:30 p.m. on NTA2 Channel 5, Lagos Network Center, Nigeria. Business Hub and Personality Show with Dr. Lillian.
Nigeria's Niger Delta region, where the black gold continues to flow and fuel Africa's largest economy, where the line between wealth and poverty has never been thinner. Oil, gas, politics, development, and community issues all are highly valuable commodities in the Niger Delta. How do they combine, and how can they work together to spawn a new era in the Niger Delta? Join Ace broadcaster Mahmoud Akuga on NTA2 every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. as he probes deep to analyze issues in the region from angles never before explored. For sponsorship and participation, call us on 080-584-7588